I, forgive me for the delay on this episode. I know it's a bit late, seeing as it's an episode dedicated to Valentine's Day. But my sister got rushed into hospital last week, and it's just been a rough time. I had my stroke at the end of last year, and I was getting a lot of attention. People were buying me gifts and being very kind to me. And now that my sister's unwell, she's just taken the fucking shine off me. Selfish cow. She's been doing it's like history repeating itself. The first 3 years of my life, I was getting all the attention, I was getting all the love. And then, I think it was about 2 weeks before my 3rd birthday, she dropped out of my mum's box. And ever since, she's just been doing the same shit time and time again. I mean, the amount of money it took to cultivate this stroke with all the cigarettes and the alcohol and the Class A drugs, and now it feels like it's all for nothing. It's almost like I haven't even had a stroke. Now I've got to start smoking again. I might get a couple of bags, and just so I can keep my place at the top of being the most unwell in the family. People are just not paying me the same attention that they've been paying me over the last 3 months. Now it's all about Kerry. Oh, she's really ill. You got to watch, she's really ill. We've got to sort her out. I'm like, I've had a stroke. Okay? A stroke which I've cultivated over the last decade. And just, So I just hope, Kerry, that you get well soon, so I can just, go back to having breakfast brought up to me in bed, having Mum wash my balls. It's been so good. I've had my feet comfortably under the table, and now I got to start again. Try and get another stroke. I mean, this one, it was. I tried to get it so that it was strong enough to get me to be worried about, but mild enough to not be too incapacitated. And I don't want to push it, but we're both ill. Okay, not just my sister. We're both ill, and yes, she is more iller than me. But I'm 3 years older than her, which means I'm more of a risk of being iller. So please, folks, don't feel obliged to help me, not her. Oh, fucking selfish cow. But anyway, this is a bit late to be doing a Valentine's Day episode, but then no time is too late to discuss love, marriage, affairs of the heart. I mean, why do what Hallmark says? I don't know, and bear in mind, folks, okay, I have no intention of offending those that have got married and have children and are happily married, and I'm not out to offend those who have got married and it didn't work out. Okay, it happens to the best of people. The people that I'm trying to offend are the ones who did it all too soon and thought that they'd rub it in my face. So, okay, well, you haven't got a girlfriend? Come on, man. Yeah, you're still living with your mum. Yeah. What do you mean? You don't want kids? You haven't got kids? Yeah, I have. Look at. I've got a son. I've got 2 sons. Yeah, you see, I like to walk around with them wherever I go, just so all the boys know that I have had sex. Yeah, and I made boys. I made boys. I did. Yeah. Oh, fucking phone. Bollocks. Right. Yeah, right. Is that? Yeah, right. That was yesterday when I had the phone call, okay? I may very well get another phone call. We've got a lot going on right now. So this episode is all going to be on the cuff because there was things that I was going to say, and yeah, just got so much going on, and yeah, I didn't really mean what I said about me wanting more attention than my sister, and that I wanted another stroke. Okay, this is how me and my sister get through things, is by being facetious and taking the piss, and just, yeah, we got a dark sense of humour, okay, but deep down we're good people, you know. I mean, you know, the kind of people that would get offended by the things I just said about the yeah, they're probably the horrible fuckers, you know, that, you know, well, you can't say this and you can't do that and you should say this and you shouldn't say that. Yeah, they're the ones who behind it all, they just want to fucking, and they want to gossip and they want to fucking throw a spanner in the works, and they just want to be horrible and fuck up everybody's day. Okay, so, you know, if you found that first part, before I got the phone call, if you found what I was saying offensive, okay, go fuck yourself. Alright? This is how we get through it. You know? I don't know what the fuck this has to do with Valentine's now, so I'm just gonna, yeah. Do you know what? It's like this. Do you ever know people that you know, they got married, they had a really big wedding day, it didn't work out, and they're really, really bitter, and they don't shut up about how they're fucked off with their ex, and then they meet somebody else, and instead of just, you know, taking their time and going, right, maybe I should wait and see if we really are compatible. And they don't do that. They just want to get married again. They just want to relive that big day which amounted to fuck all. You know, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying that marriages are a bad thing, because I know people in my family, okay, that have stuck to their vows, you know, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, okay. There are people that genuinely live by their vows, you know. I've seen it. I've seen it happen, and I know that not all marriages are shit, and there are some that really do work out, and I'm all for that. Okay, you know, that's good stuff. I'm sick and tired of people who just think that because I haven't got married, or because I don't have children, I don't do anything, that, you know, there's something wrong with me, that they're better than me, or they're more accomplished than me. It's like, no, I don't see any of that shit as being an accomplishment. Okay, I don't have a problem with commitment now. It's just I'm at a point in my life where when I meet somebody now, okay, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have children. Okay, I'm a little bit too old now anyway. I don't want any of that shit. All I want is to have a good time. Okay, I just want to get my rocks off with somebody who just wants to get their rocks off, and I just want to have my own space and they have their own space, and maybe once or twice a week we meet up, you know, we watch a film, we do whatever makes us happy, and we don't worry about what other people are thinking, and the money that we would spend on a wedding we'll save up and go on holiday each year and have a good time. Alright, you know, don't want to get the church involved, don't want to get the state involved. You know, we just want to live our lives for ourselves, You know, if we were going to have a wedding, it would be a humanist wedding. Like, I went to a family wedding about 2 years ago, and it was superb. And it was a humanist wedding, okay? There was no religion to it. It was superb from beginning to end. And, you know, that's the kind of wedding that I would like to go to. Again, if I ever had the chance. But all the fucking church and ceremony and it just feels so fake. You know? Just try being in love first. Try actually being in love and seeing if you're compatible and seeing if it really is going to work out. Okay? I mean, if I was going to get married, I would at least have wanted to be with someone for 5 years at the very least before I'd even consider it. Alright? You know, I'm done with saying I love you after the first fucking few weeks or months. You know? I don't want that. I just want to have a good time. Okay? And I want to have, you know, monogamous, respectful, fun. But I don't want all the let's build a life together and get a house and bills and payments and money. No. I'm happy where I am right now. My family needs me and I need my family. So I just want to meet somebody that accepts that. Okay? And then I'll be, you know, fuck. I am not feeling well, folks. It's just, I hear my mum going to bed. You alright, mum? What time we going tomorrow? Alright, I'll do Kerry's thing. I'll do it now in a minute, okay? Alright. Yeah, I know it's a change of scenery, but I don't want to be effing and jeffing when my mother's upstairs because she needs her sleep. And yeah, this episode is fucked. Okay, I'll go into more detail about the things that I wanted to talk about in the future. Cause I don't know what my point is right now, but I mean, I was best man. One of my friends asked me to be best man at his wedding. I've known him all my life. He's a fucking awkward bastard. Okay, he's the most inappropriate person you could ever meet, but in a not an innocent way. But yeah, he don't hold his tongue. Okay, and not in a vicious, nasty way where he causes trouble for the sake of it. Far from it. He just won't take any shit, and he won't pretend to like things that he doesn't like, and he's very vocal about it. Not disrespectful, but honest, I guess. But anyway, he asked me to be best man at his wedding, and when we went to the wedding rehearsal, because this wedding was no expense spared, okay? It was the bride's family had pulled all the stops out, and yeah, it was really lavish. But they didn't want it, the bride or the groom. They just wanted a small, tiny little wedding for close family and a few friends. But other people had other ideas, because weddings most of the time is just about showing off. It's about, you know, yeah, it's trying to one-up people, and that's how I see it sometimes. But anyway, at the wedding rehearsal, I remember the priest saying to me, and he said, right, have you ever been back? I said, no, I've never been. I said, I don't I think I went to 1 or 2 wedding receptions, but I've never actually been to an actual wedding except my sister's, which was great because my niece at the time was a baby and she was just screaming and shouting and wanting to be up at the front with the parents. And I remember my mum going, oh God, no, look at Fionn, she's just getting on it. And I'm like, no, this is what makes it. This is real. Okay? You know, just let them get on with it. But anyway, the priest says to me, he says, right, he said, what you do, he said, this is more about, it's a performance. It's about aesthetics. And what we do is when this particular piece of music starts, the back doors will open and the bride will then walk in. And the groom doesn't really turn around straight away, but the best man will turn around and then turn to the groom, and you go, because he said the bride will be all made up and she'll have a dress on, so you turn, you look at the bride, and then you turn to the groom, and you nod and you acknowledge that, oh my God, your wife is beautiful. Anyway, cut to the wedding day, and the music starts. The doors open and she's there, and I turns around and looks, and she's not wearing any fucking makeup. Okay, she didn't have her hair done any different to what she usually has, just brushed down. And she was wearing a dress, and she looked great. But yeah, at weddings you're expecting, oh my God, look, you know, brides never actually look like the person. You know what I mean? You know, because so much is spent on makeup. And but I remember looking at it, oh my God, she haven't, and everybody else noticed as well, because a few people said she didn't wear any makeup, did she? But I do remember my mate looking at her as she got closer to the podium, and I look back now and remember them kind of giving each other the sly grin. Okay, they were making a statement. And later on, when we went to the reception, which was on the other side of town, and the bride's parents had put on coaches for everyone to take us to the city hall, which again, very expensive, very lavish. And when we're there, we're all, you know, having pre-drinks, and the photographer comes up to me and he's like, mate, you the best man? I said, yeah. He said, listen, mate, he said, you've got to get them to start smiling. They're not smiling in any of the photos. And then he showed me on his camera, because it was digital, and they're both there like, not smiling. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll have a word. So I said, Pete, man, you've got to smile. He went, nope. He said, we'll smile on a few of them, but nope. I'm like, oh my God. And anyway, the reception, we have the meal, and I gets up, I does my best man speech, and then, as is tradition, I hands over the microphone to my mate, and I said, right, and now the groom's going to make a speech. And he went, no thanks, I'm not making a speech, sorry. And I went, what, are you serious? And he went, yeah, I'm not making a speech, it's my wedding and I don't want to make a speech. Oh, okay. And you could see people in the audience were like, oh my God. And at the time I was kind of pissed off with him. Okay, I thought, oh my God, you know, all this pomp and ceremony, and look how you're behaving. And then later on in the night I was looking for him, and I couldn't find him. And then one of the staff members came up to me and said, oh, are you looking for your mate? Yeah, he's asleep in the cloakroom. So I goes into the cloakroom, and sure enough, there he is, on a stack of chairs like that. His feet up on another stack of chairs, just. I go, Pete, and he goes, what? I go, come on, mate, it's your fucking wedding day. And he's like, Yeah, I know it's my wedding day. That's why I'm sleeping, okay? It's my wedding day, and I want to fucking sleep on my wedding day, okay? It's my wedding. Let me sleep. I said, come on, Pete, you can't do that. And he went, no, look, listen. He said, me and the wife are going to be going to the hotel in about 20 minutes to make a kid. Because that's all she wants. She just wants to make a kid. Okay, she didn't want all this lavishness. She just wants to make a kid, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so just leave me the fuck alone. And at the time, I was kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe he's behaving like this. But now I look back at it, and I think, yeah, that's punk rock. You know, I just wish that I had made more of an effort to get with their attitude of we don't give a fuck about all of this bullshit. I wish I got behind it. And hey, they're still together, and they made a kid, you know, on the wedding night. You know. And that's what I mean. It's just so many people have put so much money and time and energy into the actual wedding, but they don't put that same time and money and effort into the actual marriage itself. So yeah, I believe people should be in a relationship with each other now for at least 5 years before they get married. Alright? You know, yeah. Because let's face it, okay, I know it's tradition, but it's very rarely successful, or it's not successful enough for it to be a tradition worth fucking worrying about and flapping about. You know, I say just have a big party, fuck the church, fuck the government, and just have a party and then go on holiday somewhere. Yeah, another thing I can't stand is when people want you to go abroad when they're getting married. Like, oh, we're going to get married in Greece and we'll invite you along to it. And it's like, no, sorry. Yeah, it happened to me once where I got invited. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spend that much money on you getting married. Sorry, call me selfish, but even if I had tons of money, I wouldn't do it. Alright, you know, don't expect me to spend fucking 500 quid just because you're making a poor decision and you want everybody to celebrate it. Fuck off. You know, it's like just fuck all the bullshit. Don't do it if you're just doing it to impress other people and say, oh, look at the napkins that we got, they're much better than the napkins that you had at your wedding. You know, I mean, come on, let's be fair. People go, oh, look at the bride, don't you look lovely, don't you look lovely? Yeah, most of the time she just looks like a pig wrapped up in toilet paper. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Well, this is all coming off bitter. I'm far from. I was bitter when I was younger, okay, but the older I'm getting, the more I realise that I'm lucky that I was bitter when I was younger. I was lucky that I was an ugly fucker, because right now I'm kind of really chuffed where I am, and I think the fact that I haven't got married and I haven't had children is a life hack. Okay, it really is. And yeah, there's a lot of people out there that did everything that they thought they should do in order to make other people think that they were happy, and really they're just pig fucking miserable. And if they were honest about it, they'd say, yeah, I wish the fuck I never got married, I wish I never had kids, yeah, I wish I didn't bother. You know, put effort into the relationship. not into the wedding piss up, you know. Folks, this episode's a dud. Okay, I apologise, but I can't change it right now. Just let me get a couple of days over, sort out what's happening with my sister, and I'll make it up to you on the next episode, which will be fuck all to do with Valentine's, but it will be a lot to do with anger and hatred. Okay, because I have a lot that I want to get out of my system, as per usual. I'm sorry this is a disappointment, folks. Not like any other episode has never been a disappointment, but you know what I mean. I've tried my best and I just can't think straight right now. Okay, I just need to sleep. So, yeah, I apologise, and hopefully I'll make more of an effort on the next episode, okay? So, thank you, folks. Thank you for listening. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.